I kind of wanted to make this video because I wanted to say that it's okay that this happens, like whether you're lifting or whether you're doing double unders or whatever you're doing. Like, it is hard to know what's going on with your body, and it isn't something that's spoken about a lot. I know that there are some people on social media who do talk about it, and I think that's amazing, but we do need to kind of like be a bit more open about what is happening with our bodies, because if you're going through it, likelihood is somebody else is going through it. I mentioned it to someone that I train with and she was like, yeah, I get it all the time. So it's really important that we talk about it so that we can try and find a solution for it together. So for those of you who have been following me for quite a while now will know that I have been trying my hand at CrossFit. Now, within CrossFit, you have to learn like a bunch of skills, and within those skills, one of them is double unders, aka like skipping, but really fast. really fast. Which, in my humble opinion, is one of the hardest ones to understand and the hardest ones to grasp, because the technique is just, it blows my mind. I don't get it, I can't understand it, and it's really difficult. So whilst I've been learning to do them, I have been a little bit embarrassed and a bit like ashamed, because every time I do them, a little bit of wee comes out. Every single time. And like the more I do them, the like more I feel like I can't control what's going on, and more wee comes out. Just being honest, this is a judgment-free zone. But there is wee that is exiting my body. I feel like this is something that we need to talk about more, because when I first like was skipping, I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Like, why is this happening? But gals, don't stress. It's completely normal, and this does happen. There's no need to panic. But I do have a solution for you, okay? So this doesn't have to be a persistent problem. It can happen, and it's fine if it happens because it's just normal for our bodies, but there is a solution to this problem. So no more wee, no more pee. You know, pee-free, wee-free zone. Which also just means like a less stressful zone, because no one needs to be having like little panics whilst I learn this double under, because it's already hard enough, you know? Your gals don't need more stress. So basically the solution to this problem is having a stronger pelvic floor. Now, honestly, I'm just going to be completely honest, I kind of had heard about a pelvic floor, but didn't really know what it was, didn't really understand like what it did. So I'm here to explain it for some of us who don't know, who have kind of been in the dark about what it kind of entails when doing any kind of sport. It's really important that we kind of are very aware of our bodies and aware of what we can do to try and make our bodies as fit and healthy as possible to kind of like take the load of the training that we're doing. So your pelvic floor is basically a group of muscles and ligaments that support your bladder, your uterus, which is like your womb, and your bowels. The stuff that no one likes to talk about, you know, the poo. So basically what happens is that these muscles contract and relax in order to enable you to pee, to poo, to pass wind, all of the stuff that no one likes to talk about. That's what those muscles help you do. Helps you control. And I just want to say, thank goodness for the pelvic floor. I would like to say a thank you to the pelvic floor. Where would we be without you? So if, like me, when you're doing double unders, you do have a little bit of wee come out, or also can happen whilst you're lifting. It has happened to me before when I'm doing like a really like big strenuous lift. I do have a little bit of wee comes out. It does happen. This isn't like a problem, and it is something that we can work on. Basically, I will give you now a few of exercises that you can do which will help strengthen your pelvic floor so that you are able to do these exercises with a little bit more comfort and reassurance that you won't be weeing yourself every time. I mean, weeing is a strong word. Little drops of wee. Little drops. So the great thing about these pelvic floor exercises is that it can literally be done anywhere at any time. You don't need any equipment, you don't need anything apart from your body and some self-awareness and just like a little bit of head-body connection. You know, you need to be in tune with oneself to be able to understand what is going on with your body. So you can do this when you're at work, like sat down. You can do this in bed, like before you go to sleep, which is often when I do it because I do often forget. You can do it in the gym, like pre-warm up, just lie on the floor and do some pelvic floor exercises. You can literally do it whenever, standing up, lying down, whatever is most convenient for you, whenever is most convenient for you. So basically what you want to feel happen is you should feel like a small squeezing sensation down there. So I like to imagine it like I'm trying to hold in a wee, and like you just like kind of squeeze it up, hold it for like 5 seconds, and imagine that you have like a rope that you're pulling from the top of your sternum that is pulling up through your belly. So you should feel like a small suction effect, and you can hold that and then control it back down, hold it, control it back down, and you want to do that 10 times. And I try and do that like a set of 3 and take a little bit of rest between, and that is basically a pelvic floor exercise. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you can do them whenever, wherever. So the great thing about these pelvic floor exercises is I literally noticed a difference like pretty much straight away. I think it was more that I then kind of knew what the control felt like, and then going into my next session I had a lot less of a problem and the control was a lot better, and I didn't have as much, if any, wee coming out, which was a godsend. Just want to say thank you to my pelvic floor once again. You're doing great, gal. You're doing great. And I would just like to say that when you are doing the double unders and when you are lifting, it's not that you're making a conscious effort to think, I can't wee, like let's not wee. It's more that you do have that strength that's already there, that's built up, so that you don't have to worry about it so much, and so that you can just keep going about like your normal session without having to worry that that's going to happen. Obviously it may still happen, and that is completely normal. Like, it's not something that we should be shaming. As long as you're taking care of your body and you are doing these exercises and trying your best to make it stronger, that's all that we can ask. That's all that we can do. Just do your best. We don't ask for anything else on this channel. So I do hope that this video helps you in any which way. I know that I've found such a big difference since I'm doing just like that small exercise, and it has stopped me from having little wheeze during my session, so I'm super, super grateful. I want you to all know that I was absolutely mortified when it did happen, but that I just thought, right, I need to share this, because if I don't share this and somebody else is going through this, like, it might make you stop doing it, because I was like, I can't skip anymore if I'm just gonna wee all the time. So I just wanted to share it and kind of say to you guys, like, it's okay, it's cool, there's a solution, we can talk about it, and we can cross this bridge together. You know, we're a team, we do things together. So don't worry, I've got your back. Moral of this channel is, let's just talk about it. You know, we can talk through anything. So that wraps up this video. I hope you guys have a great day, have an amazing training session, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.